Welcome to another video from Global Academy Hub. Academic excellence, global impact. Okay, so let's take a look at this compound interest problem. A sum of 5,000 is invested at 6% per annum, compound interest for 3 years. Find the amount at the end of 3 years and find the compound interest earned. So the formula we're going to use here is A is equal to P, 1 plus R over N raised to the NT power. And so let's first figure out what these variables represent. A is the amount. That's the total amount after interest. That's what we're trying to find here. And P is your principal. That's the amount you start with. R is your rate. And at 6%, we're going to convert that to a decimal. N is the number of times it's compounded per year. It says per annum. So it's compounded just once per year. And T is the number of years that this goes on. This says 3 years. And so T is 3. So all we're going to do now is substitute our values in our problem. So we have 5,000, 1 plus 0.06 over 1 raised to the 1 times 3. We're going to evaluate this. Of course, we're going to deal with the brackets first. So this 5,000 just sits and wait a little bit. And here we have 1 plus 0.06 divided by 1, which is 1. Sorry, which is 0.06. Anything divided by 1 is itself. So this is 1 plus 0.06 raised to the 1 times 3, which is the third power. So this is 5,000, just sitting and waiting out here. Multiply by 1.06 to the third power. So this is 5,000 multiplied. So we're going to take 1.06 to the third power, and we're going to get 1.191016. And that's going to give us 5,955,08. And that's our answer for part A. That's the amount at the end of 3 years. But there's a part B. Well, how much of that is interest? Well, your interest will be the amount minus what you started with, which is your principal. So that's going to be 5,955.08 minus 5,000. That's what you started with. That's going to give you 95508. So that's compound interest. What about simple interest? What if we took the same problem, sum of 5,000 invested, 6%, simple interest for 3 years? Find the simple interest earned. Find the amount at the end of 3 years. Well, the formula for simple interest is PRT, where P is your principal and R is your rate, and T is your time. So that's going to be 5,000. That's P. R is 0.06. And T is 3. And when you do this, you're going to end up with 900. So your interest here is 900. So what's the total amount earned? That's the total amount after 3 years. It's going to be the principal plus the interest. Well, you started with 5,000. That was your principal. Plus you earned an interest of 900. So your total amount will be 5,900. Okay. So note the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest. Compound interest, you earn $955.08. Simple interest, you earn $900. So there is a difference. I'm going to put a practice problem in the comments and you can give it a try. Put your answers in the comments and I will let you know if it's correct.